નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી. Standard 9, Subject Science, Chapter 10, Gravitation. Dear students, today we will discuss thrust and pressure. See, what do you mean by thrust and what do you mean by pressure? See now, have you ever wondered, wonder means what? Surprising. Have you ever wondered why camel can run in a desert easily? So why camel can run in a desert easily? This is one question. And second, why an army tank weighing more than 1,000 tons rests upon a continuous chain? See, that much heavy tank rests upon a chain, continuous chain. And third question is, why a truck or a motor bus has a much wider tires? Then next question is, why cutting tools have sharp edges? See, these are the questions are given, dear students. Okay, in order to address these questions or in order to understand these questions, first of all, we have to understand thrust and pressure. So this is related to the thrust and pressure. Okay, now we'll understand that. See, what is thrust? The force acting on an object. Perpendicular. See, this angular in the mathematics perpendicular to its surface is called as thrust. So, the net force in a perpendicular direction, in a particular direction, see that, for example, this is here, in the particular direction, the net force on the particular direction, so that is called as thrust, you are saying. Okay, now what is pressure? The pressure means what? The force acting normally on unit area of a surface. For example, this is the surface. Okay, the force acting normally on unit area of a surface is called as, here what we are exerting the pressure or force, so that is called as a pressure. Okay, now let us understand this meaning of thrust and pressure by the activities or by the following examples. For example, you are fixing the, see, for example, we are wishing, or you wish to fix a poster on a bulletin card or bulletin board. Board is that you have to fix the poster. So what you are doing, you will have to press taking the drawing pins. See, drawing pins are, okay, drawing pins are what, how it will be there, you see the drawing pins. You know that like these pins you are taking. Okay, so here and this one is your sharp end. Okay, this drawing pins you are taking. And then you are pressing with the thumb. So on the fixings, so you know that this drawing pin, the head is the pressure, what area will be the more. The surface area of the head of the pin will be more. This force is directed perpendicular to the surface area. Okay, suppose if you are fixing here on this, so here sharp end will be there. So you are applying the pressure on this. Okay, this sharp end here, that will be pierced or goes deeper and fixes. See, this perpendicular what we are saying, this pressure what we are applying here, is perpendicular. The force acting on an object perpendicular. So this is exactly on this 90 degree, perpendicular. So that is called as thrust. So this is what we are saying, dear students. So this is the thrust. This force acts on a small area at the tip of the pin. Here small area. Here it will be big area, here small area at the tip of the pin. Okay, now second situation you see, for example, you have to stand on a loose sand. Okay, loose sand, you are standing. Okay, here, for example, this on the loose sand, you are standing here. Now, okay, here what you will see, your feet go deep into the sand. The feet will be goes deeper into the sand. Okay, a little bit deeper. Now another situation you see that or you will be, or that here you will find that your body. Now you lie down. Okay, lie down means okay, movement of the basic. Okay, like this, lie down here. Now see that your body will not go that much deep in the sand. So what you are standing here, this will be goes deeper, but this will not go deeper. So why? In both the cases, the force exerted on the sand is weight of weight of our body. So you know that the weight is the force acting vertically downwards. So weight is the what? Weight is the force acting vertically downwards. Here the force is acting perpendicular to the surface of the sand. So here what will be there? What the force is acting here? So that will be perpendicular. So 90 degree. Perpendicular to the surface of the sand. The force acting on an object perpendicular to the surface. So here also this is called as thrust. But you are exerting the pressure, the same pressure on the small area, but it will be a larger area. The same pressure, the same force will be the larger area. So that's why that will not go to that much deeper. So when you stand on a loose sand, the force that is weight of your body is acting on the area is equal to the area of your feet. So when you lie down, the same force acts on the area equal to the contact of your whole body, okay, which is larger than the area of your feet, which is larger than the area of our feet. So in the above cases, thrust is the same. What you have applied force is the same, but effects are different. But you have seen the different effects. So therefore, the effect of the thrust depends on the area which acts. So the effect of the thrust on the sand is larger while standing than while lying. So the thrust on the unit area is called as pressure. So what you are saying? The thrust on the unit area is called as pressure. So that's why you have written here, pressure is equal to thrust upon area. Pressure is equal to thrust upon area. So you know that the thrust means force. The force here, Newton. Its unit is Newton. And area, you know that meter per second square. So that is why the SI unit of pressure is Newton and m square or n Newton per meter square. So you can write all this is also called as Pascal or PA. What are writing in the short form PA. So why it is PA? In the honor of scientist Blaise Pascal, the SI unit of pressure is called as Pascal. So denoted by PA. Okay, because this one is given the name scientist Pascal. Okay, so now you know that here understanding point is the same force is acting on a smaller area exerts a larger pressure. So if the area is smaller, the pressure will be more exerts, and larger area will be smaller pressure. So that is why you will get the different, what you are saying, the effects are different. You are observing the effects are different. Okay, now next one is, you see that the same force acting on the smaller area exerts a larger pressure and a smaller pressure on the larger area. So this is the reason why nail has pointed tip, knives have sharp edges, and buildings have wide foundations. For all this, this answer can give from this. Okay. Now pressure in the fluids. So this side you will see pressure in the fluids. Fluids means what? All liquids and gases are called as fluids. So what do you mean by fluids? Liquids, any sort of the liquids or gases are called as fluids. Solid exerts pressure on the surface due to its weight. See, a solid is exerting the pressure on the surface due to its weight. Similarly, fluids have weight. They also exert pressure on the base and walls of the container. See, for example, this we have given here the liquid, but here this is on the base and walls. So here base means down and walls means by the side. So here also pressure exerted on the base and walls of the container. Okay, in which they are enclosed. Okay now, so pressure exerted in any confined mass. See, pressure exerted in any confined mass of a fluid is transmitted undiminished in all the directions. For example, if you are taking the gas cylinder here, you see which goes in the gases are here, and these are all with the pressure in this undiminished direction. When you open the cap, immediately that what will be with the force that will come out, or even cold drinks, because due to the reason because pressure exerted by any confined mass of a fluid is transmitted undiminished in all the directions. Okay, students. Now this much is about the pressure in the fluids. So today what you learned means what do you mean by thrust and what do you mean by pressure. So thrust means, dear students, you have to remember the formulas, definition. What is thrust? The net force in what you are saying? The force in a particular direction, or the force acting on an object in the perpendicular to its surface. For example, here it will be there, this surface, here it is acting perpendicular, it is 90 degree. So this is called as thrust. Okay, next one. The force acting normally on unit area of a surface is called as pressure. Okay, for example, you have taken any unit area. Okay, this is the area will keep. You are applying the force. So this is called as pressure. So that's why you can write like this. The pressure is equal to thrust upon area. So pressure is equal to thrust upon area. The SI will be what? You know that thrust means force and meter. And area means meter square. So that's why Newton per meter square. So you can write like this also. Newton per meter square. So like this. You can write in the mathematical also. Okay, so this is about the pressure. Okay, now the SI unit of pressure is also called as Pascal or short form PA. Why? Why? Because this one is discovered the honor of scientist Blaise Pascal. Blaise, PLAIS, Pascal. The SI unit of pressure is called as Pascal and denoted by, or it is what you are saying in the short form, it is denoted by PA. Okay, now the next one you will learn what is fluids. What do you mean by fluids? All the liquids and gases are called as fluids. So all liquids and gases are called as fluids. Okay, then pressure exerted in any confined mass of the fluid is pressure exerted in any confined mass of the fluid is transmitted undiminished. See, undiminished means in all the undiminished through all the directions. So these are about today's discussions. Okay, dear students. So we'll meet the next video. What do you mean by buoyancy and Archimedes principle? Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you for joining us.